Hi, I'm Nicole along with Jen from babyfit.com. Both of us are certified prenatal exercise specialists, and today in this video we're going to lead you through a short core workout that's appropriate for all 3 trimesters of your pregnancy as long as you are cleared for exercise by your doctor. For this short workout you will need a mat. You will also want a chair for a stretch at the end, and if you have any problems with your wrists such as carpal tunnel, which is really common in late pregnancy, you might want a pair of dumbbells that you can hold on to keep your wrists in a neutral position. So we're ready to get started. Jen's going to come down to the mat, and it's really important that you come down carefully and slowly. She's going to kneel down, use her hands for support, and then come to an all-fours position. Here you want to make sure your hands are shoulder distance and your hips or your knees are hip distance apart, and your back is in a nice neutral position. Jen's gripping the weights to keep the wrists neutral. You can have your hands flat or make fists as well. So what we're going to start with is a short little stretch that's going to help warm up these core muscles and get us ready to exercise. These are cat and camel stretches. So to begin, as Jen inhales, she's going to drop her belly towards the floor. From there, as she exhales, she's going to scoop the belly in and lift her back towards the ceiling. Then again, inhaling to just drop the belly down. You should feel a stretch through those abdominals. Exhale to scoop those abs in and lift the back towards the ceiling. Try to keep the arms straight throughout this stretch. Continue, just breathing slowly. Deep inhale as you drop the belly. Deep exhale as you engage the abdominals, pulling the navel towards the spine, lift the back. Let's try that one a few more times, just moving at your own pace. Inhale to drop, keeping the shoulders relaxed from the ears. The head and neck, you can see, is in a nice neutral position, so you're facing towards the mat as you do this. Good. Inhale. And deep exhale, pull that belly in tight, lift the back. We've got 3 more here. Just breathe steady, move at your own pace. Good. Exhale. Last 2. Really try to deepen that stretch a little bit. Really drop that belly down. Good. And exhale back up. One more time here. Inhaling and exhaling all the way back up. Reach that back up. Now we're going to release and just come to a nice neutral position with a straight back. For this next exercise, it's going to work the abs. These are called abdominal contractions. So to begin, as you exhale, you're going to slowly draw the belly in for 5 slow counts. So thinking about just pulling in right here. Hold the abs in as you just breathe steady for 5 to 10 seconds. You're holding that contraction really tight. Now as we inhale, we'll slowly release the belly for 5 counts. So that was 1. Let's try this one a few more times. Exhaling slowly to pull the abdominals. Think about your navel coming towards your spine. Hold that contraction. Don't let that belly loose. And inhale, slowly release. Now it might take some time for you to work up to holding that belly in. Just do the best that you can. You can continue here at your own pace. Notice again, her form is great. The hands are underneath the shoulders. The knees are underneath the hips. The back is nice and neutral. The head and neck is in line with the spine. Good. Let's try this one about 3 more times. Exhale, slowly pulling in, thinking about bringing your belly towards your back. Hold, hold, hold. And inhale, slowly releasing it back out. It takes a lot of control. Last 2 here. Take your time. Good. Hold that belly in tight. Breathe. And inhale, slowly release. This will be our last one when you're ready. Exhale, scoop those abs in tight. Hold as tightly as you can. Steady breath. And then inhale to slowly release. All right, now let's make sure we're still in a nice neutral position with that spine. This next exercise is called wag the tail. It's going to help with the lower back and to increase spinal mobility a little bit. So staying neutral with the spine, Jen's going to lift her right foot up off the floor. Her knee stays down. From there, she's going to swing this leg out towards her shoulder, her right shoulder, and look over towards it. Then she's just going to swing it all the way back to the other side and look over the opposite shoulder. So swinging over to the right and look, and swinging over to the left and look. We're going to try this a few more times on this side before we switch. As you do this one, you are moving the hips side to side a little bit. That's what we want. It's helping to loosen up that lower back and increase the mobility of the spine. That's really important in pregnancy. So think a little bit about bringing the rib towards the hip bone on each side. Good. Just make sure you're breathing steady throughout. You're still engaging those abdominals a little bit, and that's going to help protect your lower back. Good. And over to the left one more time. This will be our last rep. Go ahead and bring that leg back down and release, and we're ready to switch sides. Still nice and neutral. Lift the leg. Let's take it over to the left shoulder first. Look out over the left, and then swing it across towards the right. Look out over the right shoulder. Let's try that one a few more times. Really think about this movement here at the side of the waist, rib cage towards your hip bone. Good, and make sure you're not holding your breath at all. Just a slow, comfortable breath throughout this. The belly is still pulled in away from that floor, keeping the abs engaged. We've got a few more here on this side. Really think about exaggerating that movement a little bit. Good. Just make sure you're moving through a comfortable range of motion. We've got one more set. Over to the left, and then over to the right. Bring that leg back in line with the hip and relax it down. All right, coming back into a nice neutral spine, hands under the shoulders. From here, Jen's going to lift her right arm up, reaching out, and as she does that, we're going to extend the opposite leg, the left leg straight back. Inhale and slowly release both those arms and legs down, and then switch sides. So she'll exhale, left arm up, right leg back, and inhale to release back down. So make sure you find a comfortable pace to work at as you do this. It's important that you're focusing on staying balanced. So you do want to slowly lift and hold for a second, and then slowly release. Thinking about keeping yourself as balanced and still as possible, maintaining a really smooth, fluid movement, okay? Let's see if we can try to keep the head and neck neutral, looking towards the mat. And think about the arm and the foot reaching out to opposite sides of the room as long as you can. Okay, let's try a few more. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to release back down, and then switch sides. Exhale, lift, and inhale, release. This is great for improving some core strength through the abs and the back, and also helping with balance, which sometimes becomes an issue in pregnancy. Good, nice steady breath. We'll switch one more time here. Left arm, right leg. Go ahead and release it down. Then I want you to take right arm and left leg up, and we'll hold this arm and leg. So maintain your balance here. Pull those abs in tight. Find a focal point on the mat. From here, if you can add challenge, we're going to slightly pulse the arm and the leg up and down. This makes it a little harder to balance and maintain control. So just do your best. If you have trouble, just hold. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it up there one more time. For a little bit more challenge, Jen's going to take her right arm and swing it out to the side and then back in front of the shoulder. So we'll exhale, bring the arm out, and inhale, bring it back in. Good, find a focal point. You can either look up like Jen's doing or look towards the mat to keep the head and neck neutral. Good, let's try a few more of those. Just move at your own pace. If this one's too challenging for your balance, you can drop that leg back down to the floor, or you can try just holding forward. Okay, let's try 2 more. Exhale out, inhale back in. Keep that belly pulled in. Last one here. Bring it back forward and release down. That's fine. All right, release the leg. We're going to switch arms and legs and hold. So left arm up, right leg. And breathe steady from here. We'll pulse up and down with the arm and leg. Only as high as you can, maintaining balance and control. Abs in tight, breathe steady. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep those arms and legs lifted. From here to add challenge, you'll take the left arm out to the side and then bring it back forward. Exhale as the arm comes out, and inhaling as it reaches forward. Now it's up to you, just move at your own pace. As long as you're working in good form and you're balanced and you're in control, this does not have to be a very fast or a very big movement. Good. Let's try about 3 more of these. Make sure you're breathing steady. If you feel any neck strain at all, you can release the head and neck down a little bit. Here's 2. And one more time. Exhale, push out. Reach it forward one last time. Release that arm and leg down. All right, really quick, we're going to go into that cat and camel again. You can go ahead whenever you're ready, starting dropping the belly. Inhale, then lifting the back, scooping the abs. Exhale. Just try a few of those at your own pace. Work out that lower back, stretch through the abs before we finish with our last couple stretches. Good, so nice steady breath, keeping those arms straight underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Good, let's try one more of each of those. Inhale, drop that belly, arch the back. Exhale, pull the belly in tight. Lift that back towards the ceiling. All right, let's go ahead and come to neutral. From here, we're gonna stretch back into child's pose. Make sure your knees are wide enough so that your belly has room and your feet are separated. Lift your hands off the floor and you're just gonna shift your weight back into those heels. Good, reaching forward through the arms, relaxing the head and neck. And you can hold on to this stretch for a few deep breaths. Stay there as long as you want. This is a great stretch throughout pregnancy, especially for the lower back pain you might experience. Think about relaxing the shoulders. Let them melt away from the ears and down towards the floor. Let's try a couple more breaths. And then from there, we're gonna slowly roll up. So I want her to start by slowly rolling the spine up and sliding the hands in until they stop in front of the knees. Once the hands are there, shift your weight into your hands and curl your toes under. Then you're gonna come to a deep squat where your weight is in your feet. Walk those hands in a little bit more, and then keeping the belly pulled in, slowly lift the hips until you're in a forward bend. It's okay to keep the knees bent here. Try that one for a couple breaths and then begin to slowly roll the spine back up. We're gonna finish with one more stretch using a chair. And you can hold on to either the chair seat or the chair back. We're gonna come about a foot away, take the hands down to the chair, and she's gonna bend her knees, pull those abs in tight, and lift her back up towards the ceiling. Just let the head and neck fall naturally. This is the last stretch. You can deepen the bend in the knees. You can hold onto the chair bottom or the back, really whatever makes the stretch feel good for you. Make sure you're breathing steady. And then once she's ready, she'll keep the belly pulled in really tight, let go of the chair, and slowly roll it back up. All right, great work, Jen. We're finished with our short core workout. For more exercise and workout ideas for your pregnancy, be sure to visit babyfit.com.